Hello, everybody, and welcome to a November update. I'm recording this on the 12th of November, so a little bit late. I tried. The intention was to do these at the start of every month. I feel I've been slipping on that a lot more recently. But yes, need to get on in the books for November. Quite a lot to say this month, I feel. I will again try not to say all the time. You can tell I haven't been doing a lot of voice recording outside of streaming, but that is going to change. So we may as well just launch straight into it. So there hasn't been a lot of progress, visible progress at least, on Cakeverse stuff, or kind of any of the projects that I've been doing. That's because I've been doing a lot of the prep work, behind the scenes work for what will be the biggest project come out of the Cakeverse so far. So, and that's even after I've split it into 2, possibly 3 sections. So I've been working on a full narrative, basically. Cakeverse has been kind of bitty. I've thrown ideas up in the air, put out a few sections of different ideas that I've been playing with, characters I've been creating as those ideas kind of go through. They're all very rough. They're all kind of very first drafty, and that is kind of the point of most of what goes up on the Cakeverse. It's a kind of dump. It's a brain dump. It's not a polished product. I'm now trying to change that. I do want to have the kind of the brain dump stuff go somewhere. I don't know where that's going to be. I may start just bombarding Patreon with brain dump stuff that I can then polish up as time goes on, or some of the characters I may rip out and put into different settings. The stories may not work out, and then kind of get the finished stuff on Cakeverse. Should I be doing it the other way around? I don't know, because I still don't really understand how to make Patreon worth it. But, if you want to go sign up, patreon.com/ChurchOfCakey. Church of Cakey. I think I may have said Turch, and I don't think a Turch is a real thing. But then maybe we should become the Turch of Cakey. I don't know. Anyway, Turch of Takey? No, that sounds like a cult that just wants your money. That's not what we're about here at all. Anyway, so yeah, so this kind of project is kind of it's a bigger project. We're settling in at around 100,000 words, possibly more, as we come off this project. And the idea is, well, I have a number of ideas of how I want to deliver it. I don't know if I want to do weekly, like carve it up into chapters and do possibly Monday, Wednesday, Friday drops through the month of December, or if I want to release it as one big thing, or both. I might do both. I might do a kind of free drop on cakeverse.co.uk, so that would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with a kind of final version, a full version, seeing it's already there. I may put a full kind of like PDF or whatever e-readers take these days. I haven't looked into it for a while. It's been a while since I've tried to publish a book. So, and I may put that on Patreon, just kind of behind a little bit of a light paywall. If I did that, I would change the Patreon settings so that I would charge new Patreons as soon as they come in, to give people the option, if they want to, just come in, pay, grab it, leave. So I may play around with that. The other thing that's kind of delaying this project is that I do want to have a audio version, which the plan is I will record that myself. And again, this comes down to if I change the way I deliver it. If I do weekly drops on Cakeverse, do I want that section to be audio, or do I just want the full thing to be audio? I mean, I'm assuming, I guess I can record all. I mean, I'd have to break it down into sections. If we're going to go for the Cakeverse route, I have to break it down into sections. If it then makes sense that I would record it in sections, I would just have to, record those sections so they can be put up separately, and then obviously put them all together for kind of the final thing, and then put both the full versions up on Patreon, if that's even possible. I don't know what I could put on Patreon and what I can't. I haven't looked into it. I probably should have done, but the plan is for December. It may roll into January. I really don't want it to roll into January. I really want it to be a December thing. It's not December related. It's not festive related. There's no festive thing about it. It's just December seems like a good month for me to try and do it. You know, I'm at the stage where it's written. I just need to go through, edit it, and then obviously I'm going to have to go through and split it into sections for Cakeverse going forward, because I think I've sold myself on that idea. And then obviously get it all recorded. So I've got like half a month to do that, to try and hit that kind of December start date, and have the full version available behind a small paywall if people want to get ahead and read the entire thing, which is kind of my plan at the moment. So there's that. And then again, on Patreon, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't really offer any value on Patreon, which is, you know, not a great thing to say. I'm not a salesman. I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to sell nonsense. I don't want to sell things that don't exist. I want there to be something people like, and yeah, I'll throw them a few coins. I enjoyed that. Very much a, you know, throw a coin to your Witcher type scenario. But yeah, I think old Jersey Boy did quite well out of that. I don't think I'll do as well out of that as he did. Also, is it Luke Hemsworth being the new Witcher? Not sold. That's a complete and utter, got nothing to do with this. On the stream side, I think that there are days I've been really enjoying stream. There are days where, honestly, some of them have become a slog. I'm not going to lie. I've always said that when I, you know, stop enjoying streaming, I will just stop streaming, because I don't see the point in doing it if you're not enjoying it. It's not that bad yet. It's nowhere near that bad yet. The ones I enjoy, I really enjoy. Some of them have just become low energy. I still enjoy doing that. I just don't think it's particularly good content when it's, you know, insanely low energy like that. But it's probably just going to go, you know, keep on going that way going forward. I don't have the money behind me to bankroll new games every day, which I think is kind of my idea. Well, not every day. I want to get some Overwatch 2 in, because I've been enjoying competitive Overwatch 2, even though it's absolutely awful. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it's a complete lack of, you know, there's nothing else. So I can enjoy this. I don't know. I hate so much about Overwatch 2. I don't know why I'm still playing it. I would encourage other people, well, no, play it, just don't buy anything, right? And so far I haven't brought anything because, one, it's too expensive, and two, they really haven't put anything worthwhile behind that paywall yet. It's all been kind of cheap trash, my opinion. So yeah, like Overwatch 2 will probably keep on being played competitive until I can't take the salt no more. You know, which could be a week, could be a day, could be an hour. You never know with me, right? Kind of went back to Satisfactory. I don't know if that'll come back. I'm very low energy on Satisfactory. I might just use that as a game in my off time to just kind of relax to, honestly, rather than bringing it back as a stream thing. I don't know. Tried a couple of new games this week, possibly last week as well. Phantom Cosmetier? That really doesn't sound right. That's quite good. We'll try that again. I don't think it will be a mainstay for long, honestly. I just don't think it's the game. I don't think the gameplay loop is for me. I'm not saying it's a bad game, because I don't think it is. I think it's quite good, but I don't think the gameplay loop is for me. And then we tried Astro Colony, which I think is going to have the same problem. I think it's quite a nice game, but I don't think I'm going to enjoy the gameplay loop. But we will definitely be trying that again. After the initial, I was so confused, I didn't know what was happening, and the tutorial was kind of rubbish. Playthrough, I'll try another one where hopefully I can remember what I'm meant to be doing, but I doubt it, because I've played a lot of games since then. We do have some new games coming up, courtesy of some gifts, some kind of one and done adventure puzzle, BAFTA winning one of them, I noticed. So that should pique a lot of people's interest. We've never had a bad time with a BAFTA winning game, right? But, you know, again, this is the kind of stuff that's going to come through. I may, streaming wise, I may take a week off in December at some point. I honestly haven't decided yet. The only reason I would do it is to, if I've fallen behind with the stuff I want to do for the Cakeverse. It's about the blacksmith. The blacksmith is a character. I should have said this when we were talking about the Cakeverse stuff rather than bringing it in now, but, you know, the way my brain works and everything. And am I going to edit it so it looks like I did it? No, I'm not, because I think that would look even worse. All right. And I realize I'm showing way too much chest hair, because this t-shirt, the neckline is really starting to break and suffer. after many years of abuse, because I wear my t-shirts for a long time, right? Anyway, so it's about the blacksmith. The blacksmith is a story I put up a long time ago on a different website that doesn't exist anymore. It's taking that idea, it's taking it in a little bit of a different direction. I'm not going to go too much into it. The plan is, before I launch any of the blacksmith stuff, I will do a launch video on Cakey Boy Productions rather than this channel, because I'll probably end up putting the audio stuff on that channel. I might record me doing the audio stuff. There'll be nothing exciting about the recordings, but maybe I'll do it anyway just so I can put video up, try and, get it across as many platforms as possible. I may put the audio up as a kind of podcast thing as it's going on, which will be quite an easy way of getting it hosted, actually. So maybe I might do that. Again, these are all kind of things that probably should have been sorted out before I did my update video, and not thinking about out loud while I'm doing my update video. Is this really an update video, or is this just a stream of consciousness? But yeah, kind of that's kind of where we are. Obviously, the year has been hard. The year is getting harder. Inflation is just crazy. My cost of living has gone up a ridiculous amount. I'm not quite struggling, but we're definitely getting very close to struggling. And depending on what happens there, obviously life takes priority. So if I have to abandon streaming, abandon these projects to pick up a different job, which can keep me alive, then that's what I'll have to do. I hope I don't. I touch wood, I hope I don't. And I thank everybody who has supported me in that dream of me not having to do it. And I hope you're enjoying what I'm putting out so far. But yes, hopefully a more polished, more complete. Polished, don't expect too much polish. A little bit of polish. Don't expect to be able to see your reflection in the polish. Just a little bit of polish. All right? Just let me set my expectations, but a more complete story, and I think more of an idea of what I want Cakeyverse, Cakey Boy Productions to become going forward. The plan being that every probably 2 months, the idea being, just for those who are interested, I would take a month to write and produce. It would take a month to then filter out, which basically means once I've got one, I could do it every month, but I don't want to. I'm thinking of every second month there would be another program or another piece of content out. Could be the blacksmith, could be something else. The blacksmith isn't the only kind of character I want to do this way. This Thing 2 is not the only story I want to tell this way. But we'll see how the blacksmith goes. We'll see how some of the other things goes. But yes, so if I do one in December, I would expect the next one to come out in January. So basically that gives me a decent chunk of time to get things written, recorded. At some point, I would like to throw an editor into that chain, but that will come if this goes well. And yes, on stream, we'll keep streams going. I'm hoping I'll be able to pick up more interesting one-and-done games, the narrative games, so we can kind of put those in with Overwatch. RimWorld, the new RimWorld DLC is very interesting. We're doing a Friday playthrough of that, even though I did miss this Friday because reasons. But Fridays will be RimWorld for the foreseeable future. And then at some point, the Twitch integration will come back, so RimWorld will just become an as and when, once we've kind of seen what this new content is and what it delivers. So yeah, I think the best part of the update video was the last 2.5 minutes, and the previous 11 minutes were a complete waste of time. So if that's not a metaphor for what my streams are like, or what my life is like, I don't really know what is. And I think on that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for everybody who has supported me in any way. Again, be it with patreon.com, subs, bits, etc. on Twitch. Just views, comments, talking in my Discord. It all helps. It all keeps me going. I appreciate everybody who comes along and watches, even the lurkers whose names I've never seen because you've never chatted once. I appreciate you lot as well. It's been amazing. I hope we can keep it going for as long as possible. But yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all when I see you all. Goodbye for now.